Okay, hey, we're back. Thanks for hanging out with us, Edge of Indy. And if you hadn't seen it yet, jump on board here. Well, I can't really tell them to jump on board if they're not seeing the stream. Somebody, one of your friends must be telling you what's coming up here because you know what? We have a great event happening this weekend. It is Indy PopCon, and we are proud to be able to have Jake Waddell, Assistant Event Coordinator of Indy PopCon. Sir, how are you doing today?
I'm doing fantastic. Thanks for having me.
You're more than welcome. You're more than welcome. And we also have one of our special employees. Special. I'm
a very special employee. Thanks, boss. Nice.
Appreciate that.
Love it.
That's Jared Jewett. He is account executive for Site Strategics. And what brings you to the table today?
I was asked to be here because I'm kind of the resident mega nerd. Besides you, you're the Batman nerd,
okay,
and I try to handle pretty much everything else. So.
Oh, I've got Batman, then fallback Star Wars and Star Trek.
Oh, yeah.
In that priority, right?
Yeah.
So, okay.
Good order. I'll take it.
So Jake, sorry, we're having a little internal conversation.
Hey, nerd versus geek, man. I know all about
That's exactly right.
That's really what it is.
Okay,
we'll talk about
what it is.
Nerd versus geek.
Yep.
Now, do we actually bring out our nunchucks or something lightsabers?
Yeah. You're more of a geek, right? And I'm more of a nerd?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we'll go with that.
I'm glad we're self-identifying here.
Yes, that's good.
All right. What's Indy PopCon all about, man?
Okay, so what's great about our convention, man, is that we don't focus on just one level of nerd fandom. We focus on everything. So it's about pop culture in general. There's a lot of conventions that are just video game or just comic book or just board game for that matter. We focus on everything. So TV, movies, sci-fi, comics, video games, YouTubers, celebrities. I mean, we've got a little bit of everything for everybody, and that's why I love the convention so much, and I'm glad to be a part of it.
Oh, very cool. So it's coming up. It's coming up this weekend.
Yes, it is.
Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Absolutely.
So tell us about the events in the past and what we're going to be expecting this weekend.
Sure. So this is our 4th year going into it, which is amazing. Our attendance has grown so much over the past couple of years. It basically doubles every year. It's awesome. So this year we've got podcast awards. Sweet. So we're actually going to have a little award ceremony, give out awards for different categories and stuff like that. So hopefully you guys will be a part of that.
We have submitted our
You did submit?
Yes, we did.
Excellent. Good deal. I might end up being a judge in that, so this may be a little...
grease in the palm a little
this
bit
could
here.
be... Was this purposeful?
Hi, Jake. How you doing, buddy?
Right.
Welcome to the studio.
Absolutely. It's a great studio. So that we're gonna have escape room again. We always have a really nice escape room.
Oh,
and
fantastic.
They actually make one specifically for PopCon. So they engineer one for our convention in general, which is fantastic.
It's got to be great because I mean, nerds and geeks, we'll figure shit out.
That's
no matter
right.
what.
Yeah.
We'll stay up all night to do it too.
I have to imagine that it's probably got one of the highest success rates at the nerdier conventions or the escape rooms versus like the Crime Con that happened recently. Sure. I'm sure a lot of people didn't make it out of that one. We've got plenty of YouTube guests this year. Of course, with YouTubers, that autographs and meeting sessions are always free with those. So that's a great thing.
Can you
about
name
those.
some of the guests coming up?
Of course. And the YouTube realm, we've got Peanut Butter Gamer, we've got The Completionist. We've got Nikki Taylor. We've got, almost everyone from Normal Boots, which is a huge YouTube community.
Yeah,
a lot of people know who those people are. Magikarp Use Fly, Darkmane, Frost Prime. The list goes up. Pro Jared. I mean,
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
But no PewDiePie.
Not this year, right?
Maybe when the Wall Street Journal's done doing their thing,
skewering him.
We might, but no. So a lot of people from Normal Boots.
That's great.
So yeah, we're super excited about that. We've got VIP experiences with Matt Ryan, who played Constantine, and Edward Kenway in Assassin's Creed Black Flag.
Yeah.
And we also have one with Greg Grunberg, who was in Star Trek, Star Wars, Heroes, Alias.
Yeah.
Lost. He's best friends with J.J. Abrams, so anything that guy's touched, he's
this guy right here.
That's the guy right
nice
there.
Connection to have.
It is, yes. We've got a VIP experience with him. We've got all kinds of things going on. We got eBash back this year, who sets up a really big online gaming community where you can face each other in Smash Brothers and Overwatch.
They do a really good job.
Overwatch, really?
Yes.
And COD. Wow,
Yes.
wow.
And they do more than just Indianapolis, right? I mean, they're all everywhere now.
Yeah. They do a phenomenal job. job every single year. It's such a blast. They set up so many different computers and gaming systems. They have tournaments with cash prizes. The COD one's $5,000, so they have some good cash prizes. It's a lot of fun to participate in that and just to spectate. I mean, esports is actually starting to make its way slowly onto like ESPN 12 or something, but it's on there.
Actually, if you know about Noblesville actually has an esports team.
Do they?
There. Yeah, and they actually have a bunch of students that are being guided, and I mean they're actually being recognized by
and recruited. And there's scholarship money involved. I mean, it's all sorts
Isn't that
of
crazy?
crazy stuff.
I mean, it's just as much of a mental sport as chess is.
Absolutely.
So, and even more so.
I'd say even
like
more so.
dexterity to it.
Yeah,
of course, absolutely.
And on top of that, I mean, just in the we could get into a whole other conversation about just that. But I mean, you're finding some great talent. And, and some kids are killing it. So, how much has the event grown over the years?
Immensely. I mean, we started out our first year was 4 years ago. We did a Kickstarter to help fund that.
Cool.
It was just a bunch of guys that came together that loved going to things like Gen Con and Comic Cons and stuff like that. And we didn't have a ton of attendance our first year, but as far as the first year goes, it was amazing. Like it was higher than most cons will ever see in their first 5 years.
Oh, fantastic!
Well, and the word on the street was so good, right? Because I run in a bunch of nerd circles, and I remember hearing and seeing on the internet, seeing some advertising for some of the really preliminary pieces, right?
Absolutely.
And then the word got out kind of on the street, and people maybe weren't there the first day, right? But then the second day they showed up because it had just blown up into, oh my goodness, it's safe to be here as a nerd, as a geek.
Exactly.
This is all the stuff that I want to see. Make sure you come out, right? And the streets were filled with cosplay people who will find any chance that they can get to show up to any sort of convention, right? And so people downtown were saying, well, this isn't Gen Con, right? What is this? What the heck is this? And then the word, oh, well, it's PopCon. Okay, can we go to PopCon? Okay, so it's not, we don't have to sit down and play a board game, do we? Oh, no, you can show up and talk to your favorite Star Wars character and talk about your favorite TV shows. And I think that was huge for you guys that first year. I mean, that's how I experienced it.
Yeah, 100%, man. Absolutely. And the way that we focus on, like you were saying, all kinds of levels of nerd fandom.
Yeah.
So we don't exclude anybody. We're very inclusive. Our community is amazing, especially online. We've got everyone that helps support us, and we don't even need advertisers because we have our community is so big and so passionate about our convention. They do all that for us. And just being able to include everybody. We have a cosplay contest every year. We have a kids little cosplay show that they do. We just include everybody of every demographic and age group that we can. It's a blast, man. I love it.
We're gonna. I'm gonna have to bring my family. My 17-year-old is a COD fanatic, and he's got to jump into that.
You should have him in, man.
Yeah, I really should. I think I know what our plans are this weekend.
Have him cut you in on the prize.
That's the plan right there.
Yeah.
Well, so what are some of the panels that will happen at this event this year?
So we have panels with Greg Grunberg.
Sure.
We have panels that my favorite of all time is Twisted Tunes, and that's where voice actors come together and they read a movie script in all of their different characters' voices. It's the best thing ever. This year we're gonna have Phil Lamar, Richard Horvitz, Troy Baker, and oh gosh, who's the fourth one? I've been planning so heavily this past month especially. So it's basically the voices of Samurai Jack, Invader Zim, someone who does a ton of video games. Jess Harnell, the Wacko Warner from Animaniacs, is the fourth one.
No How cool is that?
So we'll have people, from Invader Zim doing his voice, and we haven't decided for sure on we haven't publicly announced which movie script it's going to be, but they've done things in the past like Back to the Future where they would read the voice of something in Invader Zim's voice where they would play Doc Brown. Or they would do it in the voice of Pooh Bear, and it doesn't have to be the people that they voice. Their agent Jeff Zanini will give them a voice to do, and that's who they run with.
Wow!
And every different little section of the script, they will change up their voice and something different
Those
every time.
Those people are so talented.
They really are. That's the best panel that we're gonna have, hands down. I love it.
You also have a podcast stage set up in the cafeteria. All right. Since podcasts are where we live and breathe, tell us about that.
Yeah, absolutely. So the podcasters love being there, and the fans love it there. The great part about that is people will come, and that's where all the food is, of course, and then the food trucks are right outside that area. So people that are coming in and out to get food from the food truck or to be in the cafeteria to eat, they have a show in front of them at all times.
Sure.
So we have podcasts running all day. So podcasters get exposure from everyone that's sitting around in that area because everybody needs to eat at some point. Whether or not you're interested in what's going on around you, you're going to have to get some food at some point. So having it there is perfect, and then having all the
you might say we have a captive audience there.
You might. You might say yes. People are much more attentive and happy when they're full.
That's right.
So they'll be more willing to listen to anything that's happening at that point. But podcasters love being there, and then, like I said, the fans love being there too. And then we're having those podcast awards, so maybe you can get on there. And the podcast awards are Friday night. So when are you guys doing your show?
We're doing our show at 3 p.m. on Friday. That is 3 p.m. on Friday.
That works out really well for you.
3 p.m. on Friday. Cameraman, 3 p.m. on Friday. 3 p.m. on Friday. Come on out to Indy PopCon.
So it's 2:30 on Thursday.
No.
Oh! Edit that.
3 p.m. on Friday. Excellent.
Yep,
good.
got it.
Awesome.
That's fantastic. That's another thing is that, I mean, local Indianapolis podcasters, and it's just not local India, obviously.
Right.
I mean, there's podcasters coming from all over the place.
The podcast awards is just local.
Okay, very good. That is a great outreach to a community that's burgeoning right now. There's a huge wake of great innovators in this space.
Oh, 100%.
And I mean, a high respect for everybody that's in that space. So I mean, it's great just to have that community inside of this community as well.
Absolutely.
Cool. So some of the extra events that you have at PopCon this year, what are those?
So we have a couple of after parties, of course, that's going to occur on Friday night and Saturday night. That's going to be at Gate 10. We actually have live musical performances there, so that's going to be something that's just amazing. We're also screening the premiere of Castlevania, which is a new Netflix show, and we're doing it with the producer, Adi Shankar, so he's going to be there at the premiere of Castlevania.
You're talking about the first-person shooter Castlevania.
Get out of here.
Come on. No. Oh, darn.
Yeah, not a shooter.
Not a shooter.
But that's going to be phenomenal. I've had reservations about video game movies in the past just because they've been terrible.
Every single time.
But
Doom. Oh, I'm sorry.
Right. But with it being animated and it being with someone that I trust, I've seen a lot of his videos. He's done like some Power Ranger videos online, Judge Dredd videos, and they're phenomenal.
Yeah.
So him producing an animated version of Castlevania, which it needs to be animated. I'm super excited to premiere that with him. And he's doing an actual class on filmmaking in general. So if you wanted to go take a class with him, he will show you how to produce and how to do some behind-the-scenes stuff with movie making. And that's going to be one of my favorite extra events as well, is being able to sit down with him. That's going to be on Saturday as his master film class, and you can sign up for that.
I was going to say, can you walk us through some of the logistics of that? Do people need to go online and get tickets to the specific
extra
events?
Tickets. Yes, yeah. So for the film class, you want to go to the same spot that you would go to on our website. Up at the top, it'll have a buy tickets link, or you can do tickets.indypopcon.com.
Got it.
And then it'll be an extra product over to the left. There will be the Castlevania screening as well as the master film class. Yeah. And then Thursday, we actually are doing a Revenge of the Nerds movie screening with Curtis Armstrong and Robert Carradine. So that's also under the same area with tickets.indypopcon.com, and you can purchase a ticket to that. The movie screening itself is $10. And that's all. And that's going to be at the Historic Artcraft Theater in Franklin.
Okay.
Great.
And if you want to go afterwards, after the movie, there's a dinner with the stars. So Robert Carradine and Curtis Armstrong, that's $50, and you get to go have dinner, and that's the meal included. Okay. You get to go have dinner with the stars of Revenge of the Nerds. So,
that's awesome.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I'm super stoked on that.
You talked about some VIP packages or VIP experiences. Is that all kind of lumped into one, or do you get certain things you don't get in others? Or
those are the VIP experience with Matt Ryan and Greg Grunberg. Those are two separate individual things.
Got it.
Then so those are. It depends on who you're a bigger fan of, really. If you're a fan of both of them immensely, then you can get them both.
Cool.
We'd love you for that. Please do.
Yeah, absolutely.
We're not going to fault you there at all. But yeah, the VIP experiences are specific to those celebrities. And then, of course, we have our normal VIP package, which gets you photo op credits, gets you a T-shirt, gets you all kinds of extra VIP lounge access. And
you guys are doing it up, man. Fantastic.
We love to think so. And it's super fun doing it, man. I'm having a blast, and I love our community more than any community I've ever been a part of.
Awesome.
You also have, that's awesome to hear. You also have a weekly internet show, Con Job.
We do.
So tell us about that, man.
So that is something that I actually edit myself. So Carl and I, we do those every Tuesday, and we write them every Tuesday, and we film them every Tuesday. So basically, we go into the office and we say, so we have something to talk about today, right? And he's like, I hope so. And then we just go through everything that we can, and we film that at our office at the Stutz building.
Cool.
So we just basically, it's not nearly as nice as your setup, not even close.
You're welcome to come over sometime.
Hey, we'd love to use it. Basically what we do is we type out notes on Microsoft Word. We take a piece of tape and we tape it to a tripod. We put a camera on top of the tripod. We put a pillow on the ground, a boom mic standing up on the pillow like this, and then we film it, and that's how we do it. And we film Tuesday morning. I have it edited and published Tuesday night.
Rock and roll.
So, yeah, I was using Sony Vegas for a while, and then luckily I got gifted Premiere, and I've never went back.
That's a beautiful thing.
Yeah, it's amazing. I love it.
All right, so let's just kind of do a wrap up here. The who, what, when, where, and why. Where is the event?
The event is downtown Indianapolis at the Indiana Convention Center.
Okay, and we're talking about 1 o'clock on Friday it starts.
Correct.
Okay, and it's going Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. You got to check out all the information at Indy PopCon, POPCON.com.
Yes.
You've got everything, all the show hours, all the way through the weekend, as well as, there's so many different tracks and different panelists that you have there.
Absolutely.
How much square footage do we have here that you guys are executing this year?
Well, I don't know the exact square footage.
That was a geek thing. I'm sorry.
I didn't take a tape measure and run along the halls.
Come on.
We've got a ton of space. We've got more vendors than we ever had. We've got over 175 vendors this year. The floor space needed for that, it will accommodate that. We've got, over 20 internet guests alone.
Very cool.
And then the rest are celebrities, artists, and we've got all of our artist booths sold out. So all kinds of art being sold.
That's great news. And that's such good news locally, too.
Yeah,
I'm sure.
absolutely.
And regionally,
we
tons of
creators.
people come in, right? Those are some of my friends who went, again, the first year, kind of on a whim.
Yep.
Bought artist booths, and it was probably the best convention they went to all year, right?
And that's what we
always
say
that.
We love it. We
and
love
on
to
top
support
of
local
that,
creators.
it's very economical. Literally, we've got 3-day admission. You get $60. That's $100 value. $30 for Friday, $40 for Saturday. That's fantastic.
Really good.
And kids 10 and under are free.
They are.
That is fantastic as well. Any final thoughts? What are your big plans for 2018?
Oh, gee. Well,
yeah, now's the time.
Yeah. So, of course, we like to get bigger and better every year.
Yeah.
We love to have bigger names out there. Each year that goes by, more people hear about us, and we get in contact with more agents that have more people available. I ran into this job on accident. I did a Pokemon Go event last summer. It was just supposed to be for me and my friends. Ended up bringing out 6,000 people.
Yeah.
That's how I met the people at
I
PopCon.
remember that.
Oh my gosh.
I remember that.
I ran that on total accident. But it ended up working out really well, and then I got into the field and realized event planning is something I really like doing. So I hope to continue to grow with PopCon, and we just keep getting bigger, and maybe it doesn't have to just be Indy PopCon in the future. Maybe that could be our home base, and we can kind of spread out from there.
Fantastic. Well, we certainly implore everyone who has any line of geekdom and nerddom, in their blood. You got to come out and check this out. Support your local community. Support all the geeks and nerds. And even if you're not, right? And I think there's a geek and nerd in everybody. It's kind of like Elvis.
There's something for everybody. Yeah, there's something
Everybody's
for everybody.
got a little Elvis. Everybody's got a little geek nerd in them. So come out. It's fantastic setup, and we wish you all the best in the world. Excited to be able to see the other podcasters out there and just shining a light on Indianapolis and what we do around here.
Absolutely.
Looking forward to it.
Fantastic. All right. So check out, here's how you can connect to Indy PopCon. It takes place this weekend. Go get tickets at indypopcon.com, right? Indypopcon.com. And you can check them all out on the Facebooks, on the Twitters, Indy, as well as the Instagrams at Indy PopCon. And on top of that, just the site, indypopcon.com. Boy, that's a tough. If you go that fast, it's kind of difficult.
If you go that fast, yes, it'll turn to a
any final thoughts for the geeks and nerds out there?
Guys, we're really grateful for you, for our fans, for the community that supports us all year long, and for local creators like you. We love watching you guys flourish, and we love supporting you and getting the support back. I'm super excited to meet everybody that I haven't got to yet, and we're really excited to have you guys out this weekend.
Fantastic. Well, thank you so much,
Thanks,
Jake.
Guys.